Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. This is a terrible week here as we start off 2023. We lost another one this week. A couple days after the loss of Jeff Beck, we found out that Robin Peter Kendall Bachman, otherwise known as Robbie Bachman, founding member and drummer of Bachman Turner Overdrive (BTO), has died. January 12th, 2023. He was born February 18th, 1953 in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. He dies yesterday, January 12th, 2023, age of 69. Of course, along with his brothers, brother Randy Bachman, right? Also Tim Bachman as well, along with Fred Turner, formed Bachman Turner Overdrive, back in the early 70s. He was also previously the drummer for Brave Belt with his brother Randy prior to performing Bachman Turner Overdrive. But we've got, of course, the great BTO 1 and BTO 2. One of the outstanding bands to come out of Canada over the last 50 years. I mean, BTO was just a great meat and potatoes heavy rock band, right? With great vocal harmonies, catchy songs, lots of big riffing, a lot of steady drumming, and of course Robbie was the mainstay in the band for their first handful of albums right before he left the band. We've got Not Fragile and Four Wheel Drive. I got these kind of cool 2-on-1 sets here. So there you got Four Wheel Drive and Not Fragile. He also wrote some of the songs as well. Head On, and Freeways. Right, so some of the great tracks from these albums, of course, you have, Give Me Your Money Please, Hold Back the Water, Blue Collar, Stayed Awake All Night. Their cover of the great Stayed Awake All Night. I mean, I'm sorry, not to cover that. Other people covered that after them. Don't Get Yourself in Trouble with that big bulldozing heavy riff and those thunderous drums you got on Bachman Turner Overdrive 2. You got Let It Ride, right, which is a historic song. Taking Care of Business, one of their most beloved songs. They in addition to doing the big heavy songs, they did these kind of like catchy, like almost like pop rock little, hard rock ditties that were just so simple but yet so catchy and so melodic. Blown, Welcome Home, some really heavy stuff here. I think sometimes when we talk about the heavy bands of the 70s, we forget to really talk about these guys, right, who were, really, really big for a number of years. Of course, on Not Fragile, we've got You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, which is the other really, really popular song from them. You have the title track, Not Fragile. Freewheelin' Sledgehammer, just heavy, heavy stuff. Four Wheel Drive's got Hey You, all right, which was not as big of a hit as the other two that I talked about, but still fairly good selling. The title track, Four Wheel Drive, Flat Broke Love. They got a little less heavy as the years went on. Less hit singles or whatnot, but there's some pretty decent songs on these as well. But he would his time in the band would diminish after this album. He would go away for a number of years. He would take part in a few of the reunions that they had over the years, but then there was in the early 2000s there was the ugly lawsuit thing going on between him and his brother and Fred Turner, who were wanting to take the the BTO name, the Bachman Turner Overdrive name, out on the road, and Blair Thornton and Robbie Bachman kind of didn't want them to use the name because they weren't involved, so there was this whole lawsuit thing like that. I'm hoping that in more recent years that the two brothers kind of made amends. That's all we can hope for at this point, because it really sucks when you have relatives and good friends who are involved in bands, long-standing bands, and then this kind of ugly stuff kind of rears its head, all these lawsuits and things like that. It happens so often. I mean, it shows you how much of a business music is, right? So, but yeah, a really, really great drummer for a really, really great band, and only 69 years old, so they haven't released any news of the cause of death, so I'm sure we'll hear that in the coming days. But Robbie Bachman leaves us on January 12th, 2023 at the age of 69. He will be missed, of course, so go out and play all your BTO albums today and enjoy the thunderous drumming of Robbie Bachman May he rest in peace. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All together, all the damn time. Thanks for watching, everybody. For Robbie Bachman and his family and friends, our condolences here at Sea of Tranquility, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.